Good morning, hikers. We've had a bright early start this morning and we are going to find out what it's like to hike to the Beerburrum summit. So apparently it's only 1.75 kilometres one way, so 3.5 return. And we've just parked the car and we're on our way up, so let's check it out. The hiking trail starts from a car park on Mount Beerburrum Road in the Sunshine Coast hinterland. It's a large car park shared with the Beerburrum State School and can be accessed by a two-wheel drive vehicle. It's an easy day trip from Brisbane City and it'll take about 1 hour to drive there, exiting on the Steve Irwin Highway. If you're staying on the Sunshine Coast, it'll be about 30 minutes to drive from places like Caloundra, Maroochydore or Mooloolaba. If you're travelling on the weekend, you'll find plenty of parking. However, weekly visits might be more difficult and need to use street parking instead. The one thing that did surprise me the most was the lack of people there on a Saturday morning. So if you're going for a less busy location to get back to nature, then Mount Beerburrum just might be a good choice. The Mount Beerburrum climb is suitable for walkers who are confident on their feet. This is a formed Grade 3 track with some obstacles, steps, and requires a moderate level of experience, especially those who are comfortable hiking in elevations. The first 1 kilometre will trek relatively easy through the rainforest bushland, over some rocks and through dirt tracks. It winds through a wet eucalypt forest and eventually opens up into a drier open forest. If there's been some rain around, you'll find a lot of muddy tracks and slippery, but it's still easy and very little elevation. Make sure you take care on some of the rocks because some of them moved or are covered in moss and can be slippery. The whole hike is about 3.5 kilometres return and will take about roughly 1.5 hours to complete, depending on your fitness level and speed. Closed footwear is recommended and ankle support for those that need it. It's obviously safer to climb during daylight hours, but if you have climbed here before, then it's great for taking a flashlight and being up there for sunrise or sunset. So there are plenty of hikes around the Sunshine Coast region, and one of my favourites is actually Mount Ngungun. So if you want to go check that out after this video, I'll link it in the description below, as well as maybe some waterfalls that you can actually go hike to. It's a great idea to pack a hat, but the track is mostly shaded until you get to the top. Ensure you take plenty of water, maybe some snacks, and a backpack to carry it all. We ended up with 2 600ml water bottles, and that seemed to be enough for both of us. But on a hotter day, there might be a need for more. The best time to hike Mount Beerburrum is during spring, September to November, or winter in April to June. During these seasons, you'll avoid the sweltering temperatures on the mountaintop. So 20 minutes and 1 kilometre down, and we've got 750 metres to go, and apparently this is the steep portion of the trip. So let's see what it's like. Now the last 700 metres is the strenuous uphill portion, but probably makes it easier with the whole lot being cemented. Each time you think you're getting closer to the top, there's another bend in the road and another 100 metres. Some paths have up to 45 degrees in elevation and affect the calf muscles for those who aren't used to it. Keep in mind that some people might need to use their hands to help navigate the terrain. I must admit, we both stopped several times to catch our breath and even walked backwards to use different muscles. The difficulty rating requires a good level of fitness, but not necessarily advanced skill at climbing or hiking in general. I have to say that when I first planned to complete the Mount Beerburrum summit hike, I had a basic assumption of what I was in for. However, as much as I made it to the top, this wasn't without several stops and some very sore legs afterwards. You'll pass through some pine forest before reaching the lookout on top with views of nearby mountains and beaches in both directions. The summit includes a fire tower with 2 levels, even though the second level seemed to be blocked off on my visit. Still good enough for 360-degree views, although large trees are blocking certain sections and needing a serious mowing up there. Interesting enough, this fire tower is actually used by the rangers to detect, monitor or manage fires in the Sunshine Coast hinterland. The Glasshouse Mountains are a small cluster of 13 hills located in the Sunshine Coast hinterland. These include Mount Ngungun, Mount Ngungun, Mount Beerwah, Mount Beerburrum, Mount Ngungun and Mount Ngungun. Most of these you can hike in and around, with Mount Beerwah being the highest at 556 metres over sea level. It's views of these you're going to get from Beerburrum. Well, here we are, 280 metres above sea level and the Beerburrum Summit lookout point. So as you can see, we've got a beautiful day, beautiful views. You can't quite see the mountains in the distance, so if you're after the Gold Coast mountain views, I'd probably suggest Mount Ngungun. So, but still a really great day, really great view, and it was a very steep hike. Took us about an hour to get up here, but should probably only take about 30 minutes to get back down, but we'll have a look and see. Like the rest of the hinterland, the mountains have been created over millions of years by molten lava cooled and formed hard rock. More importantly, all the peaks are considered significant to the traditional owners, the Gubbi Gubbi Aboriginal people. It does offer some great views of the surrounding countryside, and on a clear day you can see the ocean, Bribie Island, Moreton Island and even Brisbane. The walk back down could be classed as harder for some people, although less strenuous. Pushing your toes to the top of the shoes is a bit harsh on the steep parts. Ultimately, it is a very strenuous hike and not really suitable for extremely hot days. At best, you can climb at first light for your regular exercise and be back home for breakfast. So there you have it. It took us about 40 minutes to actually get back to the car park. We're only probably about 100 metres now, so it was very harsh on the feet on the way down. Because it's so steep, you're actually hitting your toes against the top of your shoes, so yeah, it was kind of slow on the way down as well, but anyway, pretty good hike, nice views up there and a beautiful day to do it on. So I hope you enjoyed the video. But if you're looking for other day trips from Brisbane, or like I said, that Mount Ngungun hike, if you want to give that a go, I will link that here now and you can watch them. So I'll see you next time, guys.